Afternoon and welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. My name's Mark and I'm going to take you for a walk around our 2009 model HSV GTS this afternoon. And at the start of the video, the first thing you notice with this car, you think, is it really that old? Is it a 2009 model or not? Really distinctive at the front of the car. We've got the chrome on black running through the grille. We've got our air vents on our bonnet, daytime running lamps down the bottom of our front bumper with our driving lights as well, and the distinctive HSV emblem on the front. As we move around to the side of the car, notice the factory alloys, bit of a scuff on that right front alloy, really good tread on our tyres. We've got the distinctive HSV yellow brake calipers and then our GTS badging down the bottom of our front guard. Also, as we come down the driver's side of the car, we've got colour-coded exterior mirrors and door handles, and just look at the way the Juco on this car presents. I wouldn't believe that this car is approaching 7 years old having a look at the exterior of it. Our rear alloy wheel has a very slight scratch on it as well. And as we move around to the rear of the car, a few things to point out. We've got our factory spoiler on our boot lid, the distinctive clear tail lights, all of our GTS badging with our 325 indicating kilowatts. We'll touch on that a little bit later. And then of course our twin chrome exhaust pipes as well. It is also fitted with a tow bar in the event that we might want to tow something. Does have a 1.6 tonne towing capacity. And now as we move around to the passenger side of it, once again the consistency of the paintwork on this car is outstanding. It's in really good order. Our left-hand rear alloy wheel once again has quite a few scratches on it, consistent with having touched up against the gutter at some stage. But overall, you know, they're probably the only blemishes I can pick on this entire car on the outside. Left-hand front alloy is fairly good condition, so a really impressive exterior to this 09 GTS. Really impressive in its performance, the HSV GTS, powered by a 6.2 litre V8 motor. Certainly going to deliver the performance we want. It's the LS3, so pushes out 325 kilowatts of power, 550 newton meters of torque, and delivers us 14.8 litres combined per 100 k's. And I've said it before when I've been doing videos of these cars, if you're contemplating buying a car like this, you're not going to be concerned about consumption. The only other thing to touch on, build number 167 of this particular series in the 09 HSV GTS. Back around to the rear of the GTS now, simple matter of just pushing the release button on our key to gain us access to the boot area. Really good sized storage area. We can drop that little centre section down if we wish, in case we've got something a little bit longer to store. Underneath our cover, full size spare wheel and a fifth alloy. So the factory alloy, a little bit damp from when we detailed the car. Only other thing to point out in the HSVs, our battery is stored in our left hand side of the boot as well. So here we are inside the GTS now, and we'll run through all of the features. Starting on the right hand side here, we've got automatic headlights, so they will detect darkness and turn themselves on automatically. On our indicator stalk, we've got our factory cruise control settings there as well. We do have a leather wrapped steering wheel which is height and reach adjustable. So I'll set myself up where I'm nice and comfortable because I'm fairly certain I'll be driving this vehicle now. On our steering wheel, we've got our Bluetooth button, our audio control. We can mute the stereo if we wish. And then on our left-hand side, we've got a knob just to control what station or what track we're listening to if we're listening to CDs. And then our trip button on the bottom here feeds us all our information about what the car's actually doing. Distance to empty, overspeed, will also give us a digital readout of our speed also. Moving into the centre section now, a few things that we'll run through. We've got some gauges here, what the battery's charging at, oil pressure and oil temperature as well. Small button here to enhance our suspension and just put it into track mode. Just basically performance mode or track mode, either of the two you can call it. In our centre console section, our multifunction screen here, which shows us what station we're listening to, the date, the time of day, then all our master controls for our stereo. And then below that we've got our dual zone air conditioning or heating. So obviously set it to whatever temperature we want and then just hit our automatic button, and as you can hear, it just turns itself on automatically. Well, you probably can't hear it because it's that quiet. Small storage compartment there in the front, and then a button here to turn traction control off if we wish as well, or in the GTS they actually call it competitive mode. Not only is it a 6.2 with 325 kilowatts, it's coupled with a 6-speed manual gearbox. And I've got to say, really enjoyable cars to drive in the 6-speed manual in the HSVs. Handbrake to our right hand side, our controls for our exterior mirrors, and then our windows as well. Cup holders behind that, and then a good storage compartment in there as well, with a 12-volt power outlet as well. And then of course our key for our lock nut, which of course that'll come out of the car. We'll pop that inside. The other thing to point out, being a GTS, it does have leather console lid, leather steering wheel, leather pouch around our gearbox or our gearbox lever. We've got leather throughout the seats with fabric on the bolsters as well, which is quite a good design the way they have designed it. We've got our factory car mats in this car as well. The other important thing to touch on is the fact it does have 6 airbags. So it has front, side and curtain airbags, giving it a 5-star ANCAP safety rating. So not only you're in a true performance vehicle, you're also in a car that is extremely safe as well. The last thing we'll touch on is the service books. We'll have a good look through these, starting from brand new. Let's have a look. Boer and Holden, we're doing the servicing pretty much every 15,000 Ks. The reason you do see individual pages in between each service is a lot of the manufacturers like you to do it every 7,500, but it's certainly no need to do it any more than every 15. And just going through the books, the last thing I'm going to touch on, which is going to really surprise you, and we've just done a current service on the car as well when it came into our possession. This vehicle has done, wait for it, you're not going to believe it, 179,000 kilometres. Now, for everything you've seen in the video, interior, exterior, you wouldn't believe that that's how many Ks this car has done. So in summary, a really, really impressive example of a 2009 HSV GTS 6-speed manual coupled with a 6.2 litre LS3 V8 motor, giving us 325 kilowatts of power, 550 Newton metres of torque, and delivering 14.8 litres combined per 100 Ks. True performance car, and a credit to the previous owner, this particular version. Give us a call on 99070555 once you've had a look at the video, because you'll certainly want one.